Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your May reading. It is Sunday, May 3rd, 2020, and these are going to be your messages for the month of May. This is good for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node, and also for cross watchers. I welcome you as well. These are general readings and they will not resonate for everyone, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. If you'd like to book a personal reading, please send me a message. It would be my honor to do so, and you can reach me here or on my Instagram, which is Elizabeth Light Tarot. And if you follow me, I will give you a follow back and we can communicate through there as well. What else? Let's see. Also, just wanted to say, regarding these general readings and just readings in general, to never give up your power to a reading or to a reader. Use your own highest intuition always, okay? This is your path. This is your story, and it's certainly not mine. So I just wanted to say that. Okay, my dear Aquas, so we're going to get into your reading. Let's see. I wanted to start with two oracle cards. So the first card is going to be this lovely deck. This is the Sedona Oracle deck by Kathleen Gabriel, and I'm coming to you from Sedona. So we're going to get you a card from the Sedona Oracle deck and just get some of that magical vortex energy for you, Aqua. I hope that you're all doing well, and I know, it's been a very interesting time that we are living in, and yeah, we'll see what comes through for you today, my dear Aquarius. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I have some Moldavite incense cones, and actually today, if you can see this, I put on a small piece of Moldavite for you, Aquarius, because you are so unique, and I'm a Sagittarius, and I feel like Aqua is a sign that Aquarians have been with me my whole life. I can't get rid of you guys. I love you guys. I really, really have a deep connection to the Aquarius energy. And for anyone who wants to watch this, who resonates with that idea of the age of Aquarius, I would welcome you, because I think that I feel that this is going to be a very high level reading for the collective as well. Certainly for Aquarians, or for those of you who have strong placements in Aquarius. That's why I always include the North Node being your destiny. Yeah, so I just wanted to bring in some Moldavite energy and connect us to sort of the galactic energy, because Aquarius, you are associated with the future, and you are associated with, with technology, higher levels of thinking, the high air, so to speak, being an air sign. So we're going to get the Moldavite incense cones. And I also have some fresh Palo Santo that was chopped off of a very large block of Palo Santo. It's super fresh. It's probably the best smelling Palo Santo I've ever encountered before, and that's from one of my friends in Sedona, Patrick. If you happen to watch this, thank you for the Palo Santo connection. And yeah, so we're going to get some Palo Santo burning for you guys and just kind of clear the energy a little bit. Okay, it's for you guys. Beautiful. All right, my dear Aquarius, let's see what the energy is for the month for you. So like I said, let's get one card from the Sedona Oracle Cards deck by Kathleen Gabriel. Let's see what deserty, vortexy energy wants to come through for my dear Aquarius for the month of May. I think you guys have, is it Mars moving into your sign, or Mars is in your sign right now? I think Mars is in your sign. So you may have sort of gotten like a little burst of energy recently as Mars made its way into Aquarius. And let's see. Other than that, I don't think there's a whole lot happening astrologically for you guys, but that's okay. Sometimes it's nice to have the planets and the stars a little quiet, right, for us. But Mars is in your sign, and that, you know, is the planet of action, determination. It's that divine masculine. It's the male principle. It's action oriented, and it's moving through your sign, Aquarius. So I feel like you guys are kind of getting things done right now, making a lot of moves. One card for Aquarius, please. It'll come out eventually. That one. Listen, okay, Aquarius. So here is a bird, air energy coming in to ask you to listen. Raven. Raven, that's a very powerful spirit animal to have with you. For me, this signifies a lot of change. A lot of change. The air element coming in with the number 4. So this is indicating 2020, which is a 4-year. So it's going to be really important for you to listen, whether that's to other people or yourself or both, that you are listening. All right, the message that I'm getting is to hear with your heart and not so much with your logical mind. What is your heart telling you? To listen to your heart. So that's the message I'm getting for you, is to listen to your heart. That communication may be a little tough right now. Okay. There may have been some communication that wasn't clear. We can actually pick up the book for this because the descriptions are so short. So just to see what the author had to say. This is an influence card. And it's funny because I just did Capricorn's reading and they got, from the same category of influence cards, they got number 3, Roadrunner. And now you're getting number 4, Raven. Okay, so the Raven is the blue-black glint. The blue-black glint of a raven's wing overhead catches your eye as a raucous call fills the sky. As our feathered brother catches the thermals, the sound of wings sweeping above us suggests magic and mystery in the air. When mystery wants to speak, no matter who or what the voice, it is always polite and wise to listen. When mystery wants to speak, no matter who or what the voice, it is always polite and wise to listen. Magic and mystery. Okay, magic and mystery. And that's why I was feeling like this sense of you needing to listen to your heart, meaning like your intuition, as far as, you know, being so logical as you can be very logical, Aquarius, listening more with the heart space, because right now, you know, communication may be a little tough. Okay, so that's interesting. At the bottom of the deck is Thunder Mountain. Let it bounce off. So yeah, maybe you have some difficult messages coming at you and you sort of need to listen to it, but at the same time not internalize it so much. Thunder Mountain, 5, 6, 7, and number 8 in this deck, Let It Bounce Off. Thunder Mountain here in Sedona is like the divine masculine. It's like the god of thunder, right? Thor, so to speak. And it's funny because I had this deck activated with a piece of fulgurite from Thunder Mountain. Like, it's been activating this deck. You know, this is a big energy. So these are big energies that you're dealing with right now. And even within yourself, like having to stand firm like a mountain. Having to stand firm like a mountain, sort of unwavered. So I'm wondering, my dear Aquarius, what kind of communication has been coming at you, but that there is a sort of mystery around it. And when there's a mystery around something, it means that it holds a higher purpose for us. So even if it may seem like maybe you're being bombarded with a lot of information from other people, that there is this, and look, if you look up here, those are ravens up there. And that's why I'm feeling you're being bombarded with information. Look, if you're the mountain, you're being bombarded with information. And that's swords energy. Thoughts, beliefs, ideas of other people. There is this sense of magic and mystery happening in your life right now. So the things that need to bounce off, just let them bounce off. And the things that need to permeate you so that you can process, learn something new, have a revelation, integrate. The fulgurite comes from lightning striking the sand, the rock, which is filled with quartz crystal, amplifier, right? Clarifier, healer. This is like even though there is a lot of information, you still have the ability to discern which ones need to be really integrated and processed so that you can grow, It's big. That's a big energy coming from Sedona to you, Aquarius. That you do really need to stand firm and stand in your power and be in your power. And you know, lightning associated with Aquarius. Lightning is associated with Aquarius. It's sort of your bridge from your element to the earth, if that makes sense, because lightning needs to ground somewhere. So this could even be speaking to you, listening to yourself and your own highest guidance, right? Your own highest guidance, listening to yourself. To, I don't know, bring in revelations, like to have these revelations. They're sort of life-changing. They're big energies. Like I said, I'm feeling this really huge energy here. This is a big energy. There are, you know, perhaps thousands of birds up here, thousands of ravens that all have a message, for you. And you are in a place of power, first and foremost. We're going to take both of these cards for you. You're in a place of power right now. And it's time to really tap into that. It's time to really, really tap into that. But the guides are asking you to listen. They're asking you to listen. So, okay, let's get the tarot portion started. I was going to get you a sacred geometry card, but I feel like we can save that. We're going to keep this fulgurite here. We're going to put Thunder Mountain up here. And we're going to put this raven over here next to each other. Okay. And I'm going to put the fulgurite over there with it. Wow, Aquarius. Interesting. So I'm not sure if we'll do a sacred geometry card. We're going to do the Crystal Visions Tarot by Jennifer Galasso. We're going to get 7 cards, but it's going to be a 6-card spread. The first 2 cards will come from the bottom of the deck, and they'll be your underlying energy. We'll get into a 6-card spread, and then afterwards we'll pull, I have a whole array of oracle cards that we can use. So let's just get grounded here. I'm going to bring in the energy of Thunder Mountain. Okay, Aquarius. So, as always, I call in the divine with love and light. And I call in the archangels at the 4 corners of the world. I call in the 6 elements: earth, air, fire, water, spirit, and ether. And I call in Archangel Metatron to bring the rainbow bridge and open up the channel to the Akashic realm. And I call in his twin, Archangel Sandalphon, to ground the reading and bring up the crystalline grid from Gaia to provide information from the earth grids. Okay. Wow. And Thunder Mountain. We're going to bring Thunder Mountain into this reading. Powerful energy. Powerful, powerful energy. Okay. So, May messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. What are the messages for my dear Aquarius? Okay, Aquarius, so your underlying energy from the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Wands. We'll clarify that with the Three of Swords. Okay. From the top of the deck, at the heart of your reading, is the Two of Cups. Wow, Aquarius. Okay. Past energy is the Ten of Pentacles. In the present, we have the Eight of Wands that came up for Capricorn. And in the future, wow, the Queen of Pentacles. And the advice is the Two of Wands. Interesting reading, Aquarius. Okay, and we can definitely get some clarifiers as well. So let me just feel into this. Well, okay, so you have some Sagittarian energy here from your underlying and even in your present. There's definitely, like I said, Sag and Aquarius, they have a sort of like camaraderie within the zodiac. They have a similar energy. It's different, but it's similar. It's sort of like free-spirited, freedom-seeking, you know. They're the two signs that really, really, really love their freedom and love to feel free. And your underlying energy is a Sagittarian energy. So this is sort of like the undercurrent right now of the reading, like almost like maybe the subconscious energy in a sense, or like a deep past energy. But it's something that's still moving through you. It's something that's still with you. Now, the Knight of Wands, you know, he gets some slack, you know, he's adventurous. He wants to do the things that light him up inside. He wants to do what he's passionate about. It's fire energy. It's fast moving. Your knight for air would be the Knight of Swords. Also another very fast moving energy. Fire and air, they're the least dense of the elements. So they're energies that sort of move a little bit faster than, let's say, earth or water, which are a little slower moving energies, a little more dense. So fire energy is with you. This is like wanting to have a sense of adventure. This is, you know, it can be even being non-committal to a relationship, let's just say, like not really wanting to fully commit. And the card that came out with it was the Three of Swords. So this is indicating, you know, this knight here, he's been hurt. There's been some heartache. There's been some disappointments. There's been, you know, there's been even some betrayal, you know, things like that, like difficult relationships. This doesn't have to be about love. You know, this could be about your relationship within your own career or your vocation. It could be business partnerships. It could be, you know, with family, with siblings, with loved ones. It could even be the relationship that you have with yourself. But it's sort of this underlying energy. I'm seeing this as sort of like perhaps... just always wanting to be on to the next best thing. You know, someone who, if it's causing you pain, you're out, you know. If it's causing you disappointment, you're out. If you feel like you're being betrayed, you're out. This is about really doing the things that light you up inside, this sense of adventure and freedom, travel. You know, you could be traveling a lot, especially with the Eight of Wands coming in the present. This is another Sagittarian energy. So again, speaking to travel and movement. This Knight, he's on a mission. You know, he's on a mission to fulfill a purpose. And that purpose is, you know, finding the things that he loves, finding the things that he loves to do, the things that give him a sense of adventure, that that light him up inside, that set his soul on fire, Okay. All right. And at the heart of your reading is the Two of Cups, Aquarius. So this is speaking to a relationship, a divine connection, partnership, soulmate, a twin flame, whatever you want to call that. This can be your relationship to yourself. Here it's depicted as a couple, but in the traditional tarot, you know, well, in the traditional tarot it is as well, actually. So this is where the other person's cup matches your own. It's where, and I love that in this depiction, you know, he's pouring his cup into hers. It's signifying, you know, he's giving. The divine masculine is in a space of giving to the feminine, and she's in a state of receptivity. This full moon could be speaking to the Scorpio full moon, which is this week, May 7th or 8th. And just this, I don't know, this flow between the two of them, you know, this flow between the two of them. And that with the water lilies or the lotus flower, that, you know, this connection perhaps has gone through difficulty, challenges, you know, that, and from those challenges that something beautiful grew. And this is even speaking to you, Aquarius, losses in love, you know, that have made you bloom, that your cup, the cup that you hold, Aquarius, you know, is filled with a passion, and it's filled with independence. Okay, because if you're coming out as the Knight of Wands here, with independence, with expansion and wanting knowledge, that in this relationship, whether you're single or in a relationship, but that this is at the heart of your reading, Aquarius, this Two of Cups, so that the relationships are on your mind, partnership is on your mind. Speaking to, you know, your business dealings, because Pentacles are coming out. Your foundational energy is your Ten of Pentacles. This is your oak tree. This is your legacy. This is stability in the physical. This is your money. This is your home. This is all of that, you know, family. This is your body. This is how well you take care of yourself and nurture yourself. This is a lot of work. To get from the seed, the acorn, to the oak tree, it takes a lot of work. That there, you know, there's been a lot of work that you've done on yourself. So now you're sort of like in a space where you're evaluating what's in your own cup, what you have to give to a partnership. And with the Two of Cups, it really is about that person that we give our cup to, that their cup is sort of like, it's a law of attraction, that it be vibrating, that it be on the same vibration, the same frequency. And from there, that's how we can sort of, you know, cultivate a strong and solid relationship that lasts. Interesting. We're going to get some clarifiers for these. Because like I said, it's like you've been really dedicated to and committed to growing your life in the physical. Now, the Knight of Wands can be seen as non-committal. Okay? So perhaps you've had to really pick and choose where you have been committing yourself, really committing yourself. It feels like there have been some disappointments, and that could be causing a little bit of fear around this Two of Cups, this relationship. But that It really has been about your stability, your stability. Now, the Eight of Wands is showing a lot of movement, more fire energy, more Sag energy. And this card it's a deeply spiritual card because it is the only card in the deck that has no people in it. In the traditional Rider-Waite, I think the only other card that doesn't have a person in it is the Three of Swords. It's a heart, though. The Eight of Wands is literally, it's just the wands. It's the only card in the deck that is just the thing. And in this case, it's 8 wands, and they're just kind of flying through the air. In this case, it's 8 horses, or maybe, yeah, it's 8 unicorns. I'm sorry, they're unicorns. So it's a deeply spiritual card because there's no people in it. It's connected to spirit. Fire is connected to spirit. When we have 8 wands and we have sort of launched them, right? Let them go on a trajectory. They are headed somewhere very directed. It's a buildup of a lot of energy, determination, action, passion, desire, beliefs even. So presently, you have a lot of fire and you're directing it into a very specific direction. It's on a trajectory. They're headed somewhere. They were sort of like set free, or they were, you know, they came together knowing that they're going somewhere very specific, to do something very specific. It's something that you're really passionate about, and it's connected into your Ten of Pentacles, your stability. This can signify good news coming in, like you have some really good news, good fortune, travel, movement, again, travel and movement. And I know for a lot of you, you're like, I'm not traveling anywhere. I'm stuck in my house. And as an Aquarius, maybe, you know, this is driving you a little nuts. But this can even be just a lot of communication, even though it's not swords communication. This is messages, you know, writing emails, text messages. It's networking. It's networking. And so therefore it's seen as on a mundane level, networking, good news, travel. But on a higher level, on a spiritual level, this is really about like energy, directed energy at a very specific goal, for a desire, for a passion. It goes hand in hand with him. And they're coming out, you know, it's coming out underneath the Knight of Wands. Again, like I said, this Sag energy that's coming in for you, this fire. You're on a mission, Aquarius. You're really on a mission. You're on a mission. He's solo. He's solo. The heart of your reading is indicating otherwise. So there's someone that's here, I want to say. There's someone here. And maybe there was even some disappointment or heartbreak over it. We're going to get some clarifiers. Because in the future energy coming out underneath that Two of Cups is this Queen of Pentacles. So there's like where the oak tree has grown. The Queen of Pentacles, you know, she is someone who, she knows her worth. She knows her value. She knows how to nurture everything around her to make it grow. It's similar to an Empress energy. She knows how to grow things in the physical. She knows how to make a happy home, you know. And there's a level of really nurturing things. Someone who is very grounded and connected to nature. You know, look at all the green that she's wearing. Connected to nature, connected to the natural worlds. It's about nurturing the things that you love. Because here, you know, the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Wands is about the drive and the male principle and the action, taking the action. You know, like not being afraid. There's no fear here. That's one of the great things about the Knight of Wands. Like, he doesn't have any fear. He just goes for it. He goes for it. He speaks his truth. He says it. You know, he's not afraid. He's not afraid to go for it. He's a risk taker. He will gamble on the things that he's passionate about. He will gamble. And I feel like this is you. You're sort of leading this charge. You're leading this charge. These are like your spirit animals here. This magic that you're working with. You're definitely working with some magic. Wow. And the advice is the Two of Wands, which is set the course, like really setting the course. More fire energy. You've got a lot, you know, Capricorn had a lot of fire energy around them as well. It's interesting. There's a lot of fire coming up for May, and it's Taurus season, so you wouldn't necessarily think that, but there's a lot of fire energy. You have 2 twos, so signifying that there's like Capricorn had a card, fork in the road. Like, I'm hearing fork in the road for you too. A fork in the road about in the direction that you're taking. This is like sort of setting the course, being firm in which way we're going. That's the advice. So the advice is to, you know, commit to a direction, like really commit to it. Get this guy to commit, you know, really commit to something and go for it and set the course. 2s and 2s, 2 of Cups, 2 of Wands. So this Queen of Pentacles could be someone that you're dealing with, could be an earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn could be an earth sign. You know, it doesn't have to be. This could be you too, you know, because this is a potential future energy, you know, which is like, I know my worth. Again, going back to that 2 of Cups, I know my worth. I know what my cup is worth. And, you know, whatever trajectory this guy is on right now, and some of this heartbreak that he may have felt or dealt with, that he's on this trajectory, this energy here, this male energy, this masculine energy is actually sort of helping heal the feminine within him to make him more receptive and open to love, nurturing himself, to be able to fully nurture yourself. This is doing, and this is being and receiving. So coming into, you know, the near future, this could be next week, next month, next year, having a sense of worth because of all of this effort. This takes a lot of effort. This, you know, this is no small feat right here. This takes a lot of energy. Like I said, directed energy, passion. This can be exhausting. You can't do this forever. That's why the Knight of Wands can be seen as fickle. It's not that he's fickle. It's that when he's doing the thing, it's taking all of his energy, and he can't keep that up forever. There has to be a time where he sort of rests and says, okay, that's finished. What's next? Sagittarius energy. This is going to propel you into this energy of receiving, of worthiness, of then being able to, whatever you built here, whatever this drive was for, being able to then nurture it and come into a more feminine energy of nurturing and just allowing the things to then grow from love. And maybe that's when, you know, that partner can come to you. If you're already in partnership, I think that you may be just really busy doing the things, making it happen, really making it happen. We're going to get some clarifiers. So let's do that. Let's get some clarifiers. Okay. So the Knight of Wands, and at the bottom of the, this is so crazy. At the bottom of the deck is the Sun. Capricorn got the Sun as a clarifier. It's blessed. It's blessed. There is, you know, abundance, vitality, summertime, right? We're heading into summer soon. This is a card of Leo. So, you know, as a timing, maybe things are going to start happening, you know, around Leo season, July, we'll see. But this is a blessing. You know, this is just coming to tell you that, you know, there are blessings and blessings and blessings around you. And it's, again, more fire energy. Clarity, greater clarity in your life. Clarity about what you love. Clarity about, you know, because this is the advice, setting the course. Setting the course. And I love that the dragon is with him. And I love that if you see here, the dragon is sort of like holding the world there in its tail. Dragons speak to ascension as well. You know, getting on that dragon and riding the dragon to greater states of consciousness and ascension. And the wands, what I love about these wands is that there's crystals, quartz crystals on top of these wands, you know, signifying that there is like, this is a higher level clarity, that he has reached a point of clarity. You have to get really clear right now, Aquarius. And maybe that's part of this listening, is having a greater clarity. A greater clarity. I'm just feeling like you have to get really clear about your direction. And maybe you already are, but with this virus and this pandemic, that things have had to shift a little bit. So maybe you've had to change the course, you know, totally normal, like totally makes sense. Burning away lower energies, again, like this Thunder Mountain, letting it bounce off if there are lower energies around you. If some of these ravens are, you know, your own doubts and fears and old mental patterns, kind of like discerning, you know, when to listen and when to just let it bounce off. But the dragon, you know, being there to help burn away some of the lower energies. And this is, again, you know, an advice, totally normal that you would be feeling some of these heavier energies, these lesser energies. We're clearing a lot right now collectively. Part of this pandemic is so that we clear away this lower, you know, 3D matrix energy, that programs are being cleared. I'm seeing this as clearing out old programming, clearing out old programming. The programs that you've had, some of the programs that you've had running through your suit, your physical suit, clearing out some of those programs in May. Yeah, clearing out some of those programs that have, you know, that maybe that this energy has been with you for a long, long time, because these sort of roses, they're growing around a stone. When do you see like roses growing around a stone? It's signifying like this energy's been there forever. This could be stuff you've carried in from a past life, so to speak. And it's always sort of left you like running, you know? And I don't see you running anymore, Aquarius, because this 10 of Pentacles is coming up as your foundation. This is important to you. This stability, this legacy. This is your legacy. This is important to you. But this sort of like, nah, I'm good, I'm out of here kind of mentality, as more of a habit and a program, because this has been here forever. And now I'm feeling like the advice with the dragon and Thunder Mountain coming in, let it bounce off, is you clearing out old programming. Like in your DNA, so to speak, because the Queen of Pentacles, like I said, she knows her worth. She knows her value. She knows what she's worth. She knows what she brings to the table. She's reliable. She's steady. You can count on her. She, you know, she'll be there. She'll be there for you. So if this is like the aspect of yourself that you're working on, or if this is someone else in your life, this is the one you can count on. This is the one that'll be there for you. This is the one that sees your worth. This can also be the one that sees your worth when perhaps you didn't even see your own worth. Beautiful. Okay. So yeah, we're at 40 minutes. Let's get some clarifiers. Okay, Aquarius. Why is the Two of Cups at the heart of your reading? Five of Wands. Okay, so here we see the Five of Wands. With the Five of Wands, of all the fives, it is the least serious of all the fives. It's not the Five of Swords. It's not the Five of Pentacles. It's not the Five of Cups. You know, it's just sort of like surrounding some of your relationships, that there's always been some conflict and drama. It could even be like trying to one up the other. It can be within relationships, just kind of like holding up that mirror of where there's conflict of and drama, where you've been over dramatic, where the other parties have been dramatic, where there's been like I said, like a wanting to one up each other, a sort of like competitiveness. A sort of competitiveness in relationships. Now, this doesn't have to be romantic. That's why I said this could be with your siblings. This could be in a work situation. This could be with friends. It really doesn't matter. Like, pick the relationship. And usually when you have this dynamic in one kind of area of your life, then it probably even carries over into others. So this is like, you know, perhaps people not really wanting to see you win, not wanting to get ahead of them, and you've always sort of felt like this, and it's holding up a mirror to where you don't feel worthy, you know? So our relationships, you know, because you're an air sign, so you're kind of connected into Libra and that house of seventh house of partnerships. Your 11th house, the house of like sort of like the collective in a different way than Pisces is the collective. It's like sort of like humanity. And so our relationships being mirrors and being catalysts for change. So the relationships that you move through, although difficult, and a lot of them sort of ending with this, that they've been catalysts for your own growth, for you to be able to connect in with your worth, and being able to nurture yourself and the things that are important. And just sort of like, this is also saying to me, it's time for you to have a more mature relationship. It's time for you to listen. Again, going back to this Raven, listen, to have a more mature relationship with yourself and with others, to really like step it up, Aquarius, to really step it up. Like, even the lions are fighting. It's pride and ego. Pride and ego here. A lot of ego, a lot of pride. This is a card of Leo. It's calling for you to step it up, you know? It's calling for you to step it up. Like, but yes, but that conflict brings change and it helps us grow. So this is indicating that you have been growing inside of your relationship to yourself and your relationship with others, some progress in your personal relationships. Yeah, bottom of the deck is the Hierophant. So that's like the priest, you know, it's a number 5. So here's the other 5, right? The other 5 here, again, linked into change. The Hierophant, you know, he's about our commitments. It can indicate marriage. So maybe this is like someone that you're married to. You might actually be married right now, you know, and there's a lot of changes within the dynamic of the marriage. But it's about structures. You know, he represents the hierarchy, the patriarchy that is shifting drastically right now in 3D. It's becoming more 5D, right? And the prescribed path, you're born, you go to school, you pick a vocation, you get married, you have kids, you settle down, right? Very non-Aquarian. Aquarius would be more unconventional in nature. Again, the future. What does the future of partnerships look like? What does the future of commitment look like? What does the future of, you know, government look like? What is the future of all of it? What does the future of society look like? And sort of like blasting through that and allowing what doesn't serve us anymore to crumble, to just be done, so that we can build a new paradigm. And within your own family, within your own everything, you know, this is also about, you know, the change that's happening internally, because he's still the high priest. He still has all of this spiritual knowledge. Look at that sort of like wheel above him and all of the different cultures and knowledge and that he has access to. So this is saying like you have achieved a certain level of spiritual awareness and spiritual knowledge in your life. That's why I said I feel like there's been growth here. The Two of Cups is at the heart of your reading. The Five of Wands is clarifying that. And the bottom of the deck is the Hierophant, the 5, another 5. That there have been significant shifts inside the way that you see relationships, inside of your current relationships, inside of your relationship to yourself, that it's all changing. It's all changing. Maybe, Aquarius, because your co-ruler is Saturn. So your ruler is Uranus, but before man discovered Uranus, your ruler was Saturn. And that is the Hierophant in a sense of structure and order and being conventional, you know, and that kind of thing, and sort of wanting the traditional things. And then there is a duality with Aquarius for that reason, because then there's the part of you that is like so future oriented and revolutionary, and, you know, the humanitarian and wants to see expansion and knowledge for everybody, a very high-mindedness. So it's like this mix of the practicality with the wonder of the future, the revolution of the future. So I think that at the heart of your reading, you're really looking at relationships, and you're seeing how much you've changed, change. And that energy that's within you is presently ready to stand at the forefront of who you are. This change that you've been through, maybe somewhat reluctantly, is now sort of leading you. It's leading you into your future. Where I think maybe for the first time in your life, you really know what's worth it, what's important, what's really important, what your worth is, what your value is, what you bring to the table, and what you want other people to bring to the table. That it has to be equal. And this came up in Capricorn's reading as well about equanimity. There's your card. Well, no, that's a Gemini card, but there's the Knight of Swords that wanted to come out. So, all right, let's get a clarifier for this Ten of Pentacles. We're at 49 minutes. Clarifier for the Ten of Pentacles, please. Queen of Swords. Okay. So more Queen energy. So this is more divine feminine. You could be dealing with a Libra or just another air sign. You know, she is she's kind of jaded in a sense, this Queen of Swords. Like, she's been through this so many times. She's been through all the swords, and she kind of like just cuts through the BS. She has a lot of integrity. She demands that the people around her are speaking the truth, are coming from a high-minded place, that there's a sense of balance and fairness in all of her dealings. I'm going to get one more card. This is speaking to me about you, Aquarius, coming from, you know, your place of logic. So with regards to your goals, the 10 of Pentacles, that there is still that high-mindedness about you that's coming from the space of, you know, of logic to, you know, like working with your own elements of air, to sort of fulfill your goals. There's your card. There's your card. The Star. Wow. Okay, so the past or foundation was this 10 of Pentacles, right? About your stability, the things in the physical, the things you can see, feel, and touch, the money, the career, the home, you know, all of that. Even, like I said, your own body. Being clarified by the Star, which is the card of Aquarius. So it's telling me that this Queen of Swords was you. Okay? She can be a little bit cool and a little bit detached, similar to the King of Swords, which is your energy, Aquarius. So there has been like, you found your North Star again. That's why I said there's been so much change, and you really had to do a lot of healing. You had to do a lot of healing. A lot of healing took place. You found your direction again, because it's coming out under the Two of Wands. You found a new direction that you wanted to take your life in, but you're using your logical mind to guide you. Really using the mind. It had to come from a place of logic for some reason. It wasn't so much about the heart space or the heart's desires. Not so much about the heart space or the heart's desires. It's really about the intellectual mind. Intellectually, what you had to do to make it to this 10, to get to that 10. But when your card comes out in your own reading, it means you're on the right path. It means you're on the right path. The other thing too about the Star is that it's a card of Aquarius, and it's showing the water bearer. So Aquarius, you know, just because, let's say you're the King of Swords, this is coming up as the Queen, you still hold all of the emotions. They're there, but they're sort of transmuted into this higher knowledge coming from, like I said, the more logical part of the brain. It's not that you don't feel the things, but it's that this is at stake. So you really had to come out like this. Kind of cool, detached, kind of Aquarius-like, you know, even though this is a card of Libra. Libra can still very much be like that. You know, you two really have that in common. So that's the past or the foundation. Let's clarify this Eight of Wands that's coming up in the present, because I want to see, you know, where you're at right now. Okay. Eight of Wands, big energy. Why is the Eight of Wands in the present for Aquarius? Eight of Wands for Aquarius. Nine of Swords. This came out for Capricorn as well. I swear I've shuffled these cards so much. You're going to charge ahead. You're going to charge ahead. Okay, Strength wanted to come out. I'm going to take it. This is required. This whole thing is massive amounts of strength here. You know, massive, massive amounts of strength that you're having to tap into. Like I said, this energy takes a lot of strength. There's so much movement here. There's so much energy here. There's so much doing here that it is taking all of your strength just to get this done. And at the end of the day, Aquarius, I think you might just be like mentally exhausted from all of this. Just totally mentally exhausted. You know, it's interesting because now I'm looking here. You know, these ravens. Other people's thoughts, other people's communication, other people's beliefs, other people's this, other people's that. This is other people. Expectations. Opinions. And it is taking a lot of strength for you to deal with what you're dealing with right now. It's no joke. It is no joke what you're doing. And it all goes back to this. It really does. It goes back to this. And Aquarius, it goes back to this too. It also goes back to this. Connection. This is a card of connection and union. The heart space. The eights. Let's talk about the eights. This is a card of Leo. Okay. So inner child. It's that sort of wrestling with, kind of wrestling with the ego a little bit. It's being able to, you know, to tame it, to recognize when the ego is operating from a sort of healthy place and when the ego is like out of control. But the eights, this is karmic. You know, these are lessons. These are your soul's lessons. This situation is helping you to essentially ascend, to put yourself on a higher timeline, to put yourself, you know, on a path of not having to repeat these lessons over and over and over again. I think, you know, this is a paramount time for so many humans, coming into a new place of strength where we are completing the soul lessons, the karmic lessons that we came here to learn, that we incarnated here to learn. And for you, Aquarius, it's about stability, it's about connection, and it's about your own self-worth. It really is. It really is. And your spiritual growth. At the end of the day, like, it's about your growth as a soul, irrespective of anyone else, irrespective of your career, your family, what your parents want you to do. The Hierophant is also about the prescribed path, what's been expected of us, what we feel like, oh, I had to do that. You know, that's what I'm supposed to do. Maybe this is about you choosing a new path, a new career path. You know, going to school for something that is really aligned with who you are. Maybe you had great success, Aquarius, and a very comfortable life, but it just isn't doing it for you anymore. And you're ready to like charge forward. Some of you could really be moving somewhere far away. Sagittarius, this is a card of Sag, and so is the Knight of Wands. That's foreign people, foreign lands. You know, maybe for some of you, Aquarius, you're going to be like setting up shop down somewhere in Central America. Maybe some of you are going to be moving overseas. I know it might not seem like the best time to do that, but you know what I mean. But this is like soul purpose, the 8, the lemniscate, the infinity, the loop, the karmic lessons, completing one, completing many of them so that you can ascend to a higher timeline. It's pretty powerful. And like I said, this raven energy, you know, don't feed your own inner dialogue that tells you that you're not worth it. At this time, don't feed that inner dialogue. Okay? You've done a lot of healing with the Star card. You've done a lot of healing. And maybe you've had to come from a place where people think that you're sort of heartless. But you've done a lot of healing. You know, you've worked pretty hard on your own healing and restoring your hope. Actually restoring your own hope. You've had towers collapse. You know, you've had many towers collapse. That's what the Star card comes in after the tower falls. Okay, so, wow, Aquarius. Let's get you a clarifier for this Queen of Pentacles, who I think is someone important to you. You know, it's definitely an aspect of you, but I also feel like this could be, I don't know, a mother figure, a partner, Page of Cups. Okay, so Wheel of Fortune on the bottom. All right, so yeah, this is about like just an emotional, a new start emotionally. Like I said, it's about like kind of like knowing your own worth, you know, really feeling into, like finally knowing that you're worth it, that you, for whatever reason, you know, in your own life that you have felt unworthy. The Page of Cups coming in to clarify the Queen of Pentacles, first of all, is saying that there could be a brand new start for you emotionally in a relationship, okay? Maybe to come back into union with someone. But it's also about self-love and forgiveness. You're not going to, you know, be in a space of really being able to nurture and love yourself until you forgive yourself. That's part of that energy of the Star, that healing. But this could really indicate like a new start with someone, a new relationship perhaps, and just a new emotional start, a fresh start emotionally. The Page is very, you know, it's a young energy. Perhaps there's someone, you know, we've got a Queen and a Page. So this is someone who, you know, has a maturity about them. And this could be you, or this could be someone in your life. Someone that has a maturity, a nobility, you know, a nobility, a maturity, a wisdom, but is also really young at heart and very much in touch with their inner child. Strength card, Leo, inner child, and is coming from that heart space, and it's sort of raw and formless. It hasn't fully taken shape yet. It's an opportunity, and it's in the physical, because this is Pentacles. It's things you can see, feel, and touch. So it is about, you know, the emotional realm, but also like in the physical, relationships, home, career, all of it. Someone loves you. I feel like someone loves you, and someone wants to offer you a new start, an apology. This could be you offering someone an apology, but it's, you know, it's reciprocal here. It's that feminine energy again. Lots of feminine energy with you. Capricorn had a lot of male energy, and you do have the male energy that you're carrying, right? But there's definitely some feminine energy that's coming in for this Knight of Wands here. I think the Queen of Swords, it doesn't have to be you. You know, this Queen of Swords with your Ten of Pentacles could have been someone who at the time just wasn't able to give you the sort of emotional support that you needed. And now perhaps this person is coming back as a page to say like, okay, I'm ready to open up my heart space to you. You know, this really could signify like a union between you and someone else with the Hierophant. It could signify marriage, but it feels like a lot of work. You needed to do a lot of work first, Aquarius. You know, you needed to do a lot of work first around your own healing. And okay, so, and then at the bottom of the deck was the Wheel of Fortune. So here we have a card of Jupiter, blessings, the wheel turning in your favor, the end of a cycle, the completion of a cycle. There's that dragon again. There's that dragon and the lotus again. You know that this was, that there's some luck on your side right now. There's some luck on your side right now with this Queen of Pentacles. I still really feel like this is about your self-worth in a big, big way. In a big way. And your commitment. And your commitment. And you know that there's definitely some blessings coming for you. An opportunity is coming your way. That's your future energy. And now the advice. The Two of Wands is the advice for you, Aqua. I see this Two of Wands as sort of an extension of the Knight of Wands, you know? It's an extension of him. The Fool. Whoa. Wow. And then the bottom of the deck, Two of Swords. Okay, so there is some like, you have to make some decisions. You really do have to make some decisions. You've got the whole world, okay? The whole world to sort of choose from right now. Even if your horizon doesn't seem that broad, it kind of is broader than you think it is. And this is saying to take a leap of faith. Zero, the 0 point. A brand new beginning, like completing a huge cycle and moving into a brand new part of your life. I mean, but you are the one, you're the one directing this ship, this boat. It's you directing it. Like, you're holding that male energy, that dew energy. And that if you want a brand new beginning, that could just be an emotional beginning. You know, it doesn't have to be physical, but yeah, that this is available to you. And at the bottom of the deck was the Two of Swords, where she's really having trouble making a decision here. She's stuck. This is a stuck energy. The Two of Wands, you know, he's not blindfolded. He's going to make a decision, but that there is a part of you that's trapped in the head again, you know, with this Raven. I'm glad that this card came out because it really, it's really sort of like helped me set the tone that there is a lot of mental energy for you. And that's the energy that's sort of like holding you back. Is the Swords energy, is the mental energy, is all the yapping, that wah, wah, wah. That's my bird, my Raven. To really try to move away from that. It's about the fire in your belly. It's about the lessons that you've learned. It's about your growth, not about staying stuck. Now, this is thoughts, beliefs, ideas, you know, thoughts, beliefs, ideas. So the energy that's keeping you trapped is in the head. And I get it, that we're feeling very restricted right now. You know, there are delays to things because the world is on a lockdown. So it's not, you know, there are things that are out of your control. I get that. I really, really get that. I'm not trying to, you know, make it seem like it's you and only you that's holding you back. Of course not. There's some bigger energies at play. You know, that's why the Hierophant's there. That's why the Wheel of Fortune came out. That's why the Strength card came out. The major arcana is the bigger energies. There are bigger energies at play. But the advice is, Aqua, you've got the whole world in your hands. Set the course. You're in charge here. You're in charge, you know. You're you've got a lot of power here, a lot of power. So just, you know, be careful how you use it. Use it for the highest good of all involved. And let's get you some oracle cards. Let's see what wants to come out for you. Okay. So I'm going to use The Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. And I've shuffled and cleared all of the cards, but we'll just give it a quick shuffle. Wow, Aqua. I hope this resonates for some of you. If it does, you know, please feel free to let me know. If you'd like to go deeper and you want a personal reading, just, you know, send me a message, please. It would be my honor to read for you. And my usual rates, I have significantly lowered them because of, you know, the pandemic and everything. I really want to be able to help people. Aqua, this is about relationships. It really is. This is really centered around your relationships. 3 and a 5 breaking down to an 8. Another 8. So that's like karma, past lives, soulmates. Look. And these are, see how these are owls? They're not ravens. These are owls. Higher wisdom. Higher wisdom. It's not that these ravens are bad. Like, you know, this raven is symbolizing magic. That magic is at play here. There's a mystery. You know, you can work with the elements like the magician would. But not all of it is. And it's about discernment. But Aqua, someone's in your heart. Someone's in your heart that I think that you can't shake them. Loyal heart. And it's about you having a loyal heart too. Surrender to a higher power. Bottom of the deck, number 4. This is a 4-year. Sometimes you do just have to surrender it, right? And sometimes that is the hardest thing to do. Having this strength is sometimes just being in a place of surrender, that there's a higher power, divine timing, divine will. This came up for Capricorn. This came up in a reading I did this morning. Higher power, divine will, divine timing. You know, oh, it's so beautiful, Aqua. Look at that. So also, if this is a soulmate that you're dealing with, if this is a love relationship, what I want to say to you is that for every relationship that is connected by a higher power, if it's a past life relationship, a twin flame, a soulmate, that you have your own personal spirit guide that's assigned to the relationship. So you and your partner, if you're together and you're sort of working through navigating all of these energies together, or if you're in separation, that there is a spirit guide that is dedicated to just your relationship. It's a spirit guide that you and the other person share. And the spirit guide is always there for the two of you to call on to help you align things, to help you forgive, to help you guys forgive, to help you communicate well, to help you let go of the conflict, be decisive, you know, whatever it is for you, for your particular situation. So just remember that you can sort of call on this higher power that's there, that's sort of dedicated to you and your partner. Okay, I just really want to mention that. And again, like, get out of your head so much. If you're up in your head, Aqua, like, get out of your head this month. Seriously, get out of your head. Taurus season, it's such a wonderful time to, like, give ourselves nurturing. Queen of Pentacles, Taurus season, you know, to really nurture ourselves, get connected into the earth, the weather, you know, getting better. Just get outside. You know, I know a lot of people are afraid of this whole virus. I'm not here to tell you what to do, but I'm telling you that if I were you, I'd be getting outside and getting grounded and quieting the mental chatter, so that you can hear You can hear, you know, this could be your connection to your children, a loved one, a sister, a brother, a friend. You know, that there are people there that are loyal to you, that really, really love you, and they've been with you for lifetimes, Aquarius. Number 8, lifetimes. And that it's important for you to stay loyal too, to stay loyal to your own journey, to stay loyal to your path, to stay loyal, you know, to yourself on this journey that you know, you've been working really hard. You've been going for it really hard. A lot of energy you've exerted. So also to stay loyal to yourself, to stay loyal to your faith, to stay, look at how soft and beautiful that energy is. And not all the cards in this deck, you know, have those colors. Like, look, there's blue, you know, there's more like browns, there's greens, but the colors that came out for you are, you know, were like this beautiful pink and purple, magical, healing, feminine, loving, soft. Okay, so that energy is there for you. I'm feeling Mother Mary, the energy of Mother Mary for you, Aqua. Okay. Let's get to an Archangel card. Okay. Let's see what angelic energy is with you, Aquarius. My dear Aquarius. It is about surrendering to a higher power right now as well. Don't forget that. You know, with all of this male energy, it's like you're the creator, right? You're creating, you're doing, you're initiating. You're, like I said, you're the boss. But also remember that the creator wants to do this with you. Your universe wants to do this with you. I hope that you're getting enough rest with this 10 of Pentacles. I hope that you're resting and taking care of yourself. One card for Aquarius, please. I love it. Archangel Michael is with you. That's really beautiful. And this goes along with that 2 of Wands. So crystal clear intentions. Remember I was saying the crystals up here about the intentions, the motivation, the direction. So Archangel Michael, crystal clear intentions. Archangel Michael, be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. Loyal heart, unwavering faith, focus, this focused intent. So he's just coming in to remind you. If you are traveling a lot with this Knight of Wands, 8 of Wands energy, Archangel Michael, ask him to come in and protect, whether it's your car or if you're getting on airplanes, however you're traveling, in a boat even, I don't know. I mean, you could be in the military or something like that. Archangel Michael will protect you. He protects travelers. Also, that sword of truth. That sword of truth. The crystal clear intentions, the throat chakra, communication, how you're communicating with everyone else. I know you're being called to listen, right? I know that you're being called to listen, but this is also about how you're communicating with other people as well, and being crystal clear about your intentions, especially if you are trying to, whether it's in a new relationship because of the Fool, a brand new relationship, or an existing relationship, or trying to rekindle an old relationship, that you are crystal clear with everybody right now about your intentions, having the courage to do that. Be clear about what you desire. People, they're not going to know. You have to be very clear and focus upon that with an unwavering faith. So it's also about manifesting your desires, by being crystal clear about what they are. That 2 of Wands. Beautiful. I love that. Okay, and let's get you, what would you like? Do you want a crystal card? Let's get you a crystal card. Okay, So this is the Crystal Ally Oracle Deck Evolutionary Edition by a local Sedona author. And then I think we're going to end this. It's like, it doesn't matter what I do. I'm just not one of those readers who can do a 20-minute reading. Yeah. Okay, anyway. So we're going to have one crystal for the month of May. One crystal for my dear Aquas, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. And I kind of get it. Now I'm thinking about this Mars in Aquarius energy really lighting you on fire. Like it's making you, you're getting shit done, Aquarius. Okay. I love that. Sodalite Journey. So this is a card of the third eye and visions, journeying, you know, tapping into your intuition, paying attention to your dreams, your fantasy, the creative side of you, that old soul side of you, that galactic, because this is sort of similar to a lapis. I have a piece of sodalite, but it's all the way over there. But it's similar to lapis. It's similar to lapis. And, you know, and sodalite, you can see here, there's like, almost like a pyramid or a temple. Very high level, futuristic, even though this could be an ancient civilization, whether that's Atlantis, Lemuria, ancient Egypt. It's also very futuristic. This is saying to me to really tap into your creativity during this time. Don't forget that. Don't forget the magical part of you with all of this red fire energy, right? Earthly, even though these are unicorns and you're sort of leading a pack of unicorns, Aquarius, it's still very red and orange and yellow. Don't forget, you know, you're magical. You're probably a galactic, a starseed. And to really tap into that, these pyramids are used for manifesting. They're used for directing energy. And the spheres is more of the feminine, the sort of like creating the energy and letting it just be and ripple out. Some masculine, feminine. Meditate. Really tap into your journey. That's why it says journey, but it's like this, all this physical stuff, this 10 of Pentacles, I get it. It's important, right? Because we're anchored in it. But to see the bigger picture, that this is your journey, irrespective of any relationship that you have, it's still your journey. Your magical journey, let it be magical. Look at this purple, this crown chakra, third eye, connect with your upper chakras. Create art, create music, create poetry, whatever that is for you. Be creative. You're a creator, and you don't just have to create pentacles. You don't just have to create money. Again, going back to this Queen of Pentacles and knowing your worth. What about your worth as a creative being? Not just about a job, being able to eat and have a roof over your head and provide for family, provide for yourself. But to take the time to really sit in your creative, your creator state of things that are higher level, the things that are etheric. Part of a legacy is going to be, you know, what do you leave behind? You know, or maybe you make videos. Maybe you want to start painting, writing, crafting, creating something with your hands. A beautiful piece of art, some jewelry, whatever that looks like for you, that's a part of the legacy. Tapping into that. And you guys are so creative. Most Aquarians I know are artists of some kind. So what does that look like for you? Journeying inward, seeing with your third eye, hearing with your throat chakra, this raven and all of these ravens, right? That you can let bounce off like Thunder Mountain. But hearing with your throat chakra, that's clairaudience. Michael. Well, I think that's going to do it for us today, my dear Aquarius. This was a beautiful reading. I want you to take really good care this month, and I will see you maybe mid-month. Maybe I'll do an elemental reading. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, I just wish you nothing but the best. I love you guys so much. I wish you a wonderful month ahead and many blessings. And thank you for watching. If you like the video, please subscribe, and I will talk to you real soon. Okay, Aquarius, take care. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.